I'm Sean Duras, and today we'll be going into RMHS and interviewing students about social media and the effects it has on them.
Hi, my name is Ethan Pember,
I'm Zach Labriola.
and today we'll be asking you questions about social media and how it affects you. Our first question is, do you think social media affects your relationship with people and peers?
I mean, I do. I think in some ways, it can make your relationship stronger. Like, say you're just meeting someone. But, in many ways, it can cause, unnecessary arguments and, just a lot of bad things. So, I mean,
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Of course it does, because we're all trying to get the most likes on every post that we can get. Whether you admit it or not, everyone wants more likes than not having a lot of likes. So
You got group chats and stuff, and that's mostly how all the planning goes down. Like if you're gonna hang out with your friends, you go on Snapchat, get in the group chat. You're like, yo, anyone want to go somewhere, and then plans happen that way. So I think it's a pretty good thing. Definitely affects it.
All right, good answer.
Definitely.
How so?
Like, that's how I communicate to a lot of people, especially the girls.
I like that. Our second question for you today is, do you think it affects how much you sleep and therefore your attendance at RMHS?
oh, yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, I think when you're on your phone late at night, it's kind of hard to go to sleep, You might wake up a little later, might be harder to get out of bed. So, that's why I get 36 tardies myself. Half of it's because of this kid right here.
I might have a little bit more. Well,
I don't know about school attendance, but it definitely can affect your sleep because I know constantly you'll be like, yeah, I'm just going to watch 10 more minutes of TikTok, and you'll realize it's 12 o'clock. So
okay.
I don't sleep ever because of social media, yes.
Yes, I had 118 leads last year. Did we get those down this year? Or
Yes, it does affect my sleep. Sometimes I'm on TikTok and I'm just scrolling and I look and it's 2 a.m. and I got to get to bed.
The last question is, do you know what brain rot is? And if so, can you describe it for us?
I do. I don't know if anyone's ever seen The Edgeables. It's actually a TikTok. I think Fitzy behind the camera, he loves that type of stuff. That's his whole, For You page. Just brain rot, brain rot, brain rot.
And do you think
But
it affects him at all?
I think it does affect Ryan Fitzgerald. I mean, it affects me even seeing it. It's what it says, it makes your brain rot.
can you please explain it?
I do. I'll give a few examples of brain rot. Just recently on TikTok, you have the TikTok Riz party. That's a good example of brain rot. You have edging and gooning. Obviously, can't define that right now, but those are that's just brain rot, and you'll see it in all sorts of videos. Like are you an edger? Are you a gooner? It's just something that you can't even explain. Nobody knows what it is. So that's brain rot. It's just mindless watching of videos that just make zero sense to you. So.
All right, brain rot. It could go a couple of certain ways, with brain rot. One form of brain rot is called slice rot.
Slice.
Is one you just could only think about one individual who is slice.
Slice.
It's only in your head and you only talk about him.
Speaking of slice.
I think I think I heard that word before. I believe that I think it's self-explanatory. Brain rot is kind of it's when your brain becomes very tired and worn out.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just starts to rot.
Yeah. All right, you heard it here, folks.
After our day at RMHS, we've come to the conclusion that social media affects many students' relationships in both positive and negative ways.
It can also affect your sleep and attendance, so don't stay up too late. And last but not least, stay away from brain rot.